Hello, my name is Cheryl Bickford. Today I want to talk about rejection, love, and forgiveness. These are very important keys that are especially important to my life because I have had a lot of rejection in my life, and I've had a lot of unforgiveness, and I've had to relearn what it's like to love, true love. This topic is very important, and I can only hope that it will also be important to you as well. This is so essential because a lot of us don't understand truly what love is. We don't even understand that we actually carry unforgiveness in our hearts. And when we believe in God and we believe that He is the creator of all things, if you understand anything about God, one of the things that God is love. We were created in His image. We were created to love each other, to just continue to spread His compassion upon each other, to help each other through all of the struggles that we deal with in life. When our love is not met, when people hurt us in our lives and they let us down, we tend to become rejected, and we don't even realize it. Some people don't even know what the word rejected means. They think the word rejected means that somebody snide them off or didn't want anything to do with them. But rejection can start as early as in the womb. You can be a baby. You're connected to your mother. And so if your mother chooses that she doesn't want you while you're in that womb, you're going to feel that as a baby. And you can feel it when you're a child. These are things that can affect you throughout your entire life if you're not aware of how much rejection affects you. I'm going to give you some tips today to help you break free from rejection and learn to love again and learn to forgive. We are meant to have a good life. We're not meant to have a bad life. God has made our lives so that we may enjoy our lives. He sent Jesus on this earth so that we could enjoy our life. And one of the most important things is He is there. Jesus is there to help us through our struggles and everything that we face. But unfortunately, we do have a lot of battles that we face in life. Whether it be our parents get a divorce, our marriage is falling apart, our children may be getting in trouble, or plain and simple, it could have started all the way back when we were kids, going way, way back. It could have started when we were dealing with rejection from children, when we were in 3rd grade. I know myself, I dealt with a lot of rejection from 3rd grade till about 8th grade because I was a chubby little kid. And, well, I was made fun of for my weight. And that did a lot of damage to me. That caused me a lot of turmoil in my life and a lot of rejection. I didn't realize that it was rejection. I just thought that I wasn't a nice person. I wasn't a nice looking person. I wasn't beautiful enough. I wasn't perfect enough. I felt like I didn't meet the world's criteria of who a woman should be or who a girl should be. But in the midst of all of that, as I began to grow a relationship with Jesus and God, I just began to understand what rejection was all about. And I want to be able to help you to get to that next level, to understand that it's not you. It's not you that the world has a problem with. Maybe it's the world that has a problem, not you. One of the toughest things for us to convince ourselves is that the problem is not us. We grow up our entire lives struggling to believe we're worth something. And the reason we don't think that we're worth something is because the world is constantly judging. But remember one thing, they too are facing rejection. If there is one person on this earth that thinks that they have never been rejected, they are either in denial or they don't even realize that they are. And if you are in denial, you might as well start looking deep within yourself. Ask yourself, is the rejection that's in my life, is it a giant? And when I say a giant, I mean, is it something that's consuming your life? The way you interact with people, the way that you talk to each other, your husband, meaning the way you speak to your children. Do you snap at your children? These are things that you need to consider. You need to be more observant of your attitude, because you can tell that you are a rejected person by the way that you respond to things. If you have a lot of anger or frustration, or you're pent up, or you're a people pleaser, these are signs of someone who has a rejection issue and that they need to face it. The body naturally does this thing where it's like a file. When you are rejected or you're hurt, some people have it so that it kicks that file, that pain file, to the back of the memory file. And that file may not come back up to the front until something is like a pressure point for that. It will push that last button, and that memory will come forward, which caused the rejection to come back up. One of the most important things as you face the rejection in your life is understanding how to get through that rejection. One of the things that I learned in order to get past rejection was learning how to love others. And that was very hard for me. That was very hard for me, because I felt as if the world didn't deserve my love. I felt as if everything around me deserved my anger and my frustration and my rejection. In fact, my sister is completely the opposite of me, and she isolated everything into her heart. She kept it there, and she became a people pleaser. A person that stores all of their things, all the pain and all the anguish. They become a people pleaser. They become a person that thinks that they have to be perfect or do things right in order to have accepting hearts from other people. But what I want you to remember today is that's not the case. Love is not a fuzzy, warm feeling in your gut. Love is what the Bible states in 1 Corinthians 13:13. Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. Love is so much bigger than what we look at it. We think our relationships are worthless after a certain period of time if we just lose that fuzzy, warm feeling. But I'm here to tell you today that that is not the case. I want you to understand something. If you are in a relationship with anyone, it can be a husband, it can be a friend, it can be a family member, if you're in it for your own selfish gain, and that means if you're in it for what they can give you, then you're going to be an unhappy camper in your relationship. There's such a bigger way to reach hearts, and for you to have joy in your life, and for you to have a freedom and be able to forgive people and love them the way that you want to be loved. So just remember, when you're loving on somebody else, remember one thing. Love them the way you want to be loved. Keep that in your mind. So I want you today to be encouraged from everything that I'm talking about today. And I want you to feel rejuvenated. I want you to know that there's hope on the other side of all of this, and that you can have freedom. What I want you to do is I want you to be challenged today. I want you to start to say every morning that you rise up, something good is going to happen to my life today. Something good is going to happen to my marriage today. Something good is going to happen to me today. And every day you wake up, I want you to just pray to God and say, Lord, I know you're in charge of my life. I know that you have plans for my life. Help me to see those plans so that every day I wake up, I do not feel discouraged. I will choose today to live a better life. I will choose today to live a life that will not only love on others, but that it will love and spread like wildfire.